Hello, I'm Muhammad Othman, and this presentation look at the growing trend of Bring Your Own Device or BYOD and Company Owned Personally Enabled or COPE in the corporate world. We are going to summarize and contrast COPE and BYOD and assess which one is a better alternative. Before we discuss about the company-owned personal enable and bring your own device, let's have a look on the organizational issues associated with mobile device use for work purposes. The primary concern is the security threat of using unsecure device for work purposes. This arrays issues regarding data management, and corporate data can be vulnerable in case of loss of phone, software attacks, or hacking. This could put the company at risk and bring about legal complications. Certain apps could clash with work-related activities or could pose security threats. As the company does not have control over the device, they would be unaware of vulnerabilities posed by such apps. Compliance issues and IT management issues are raised as well when they're using personal devices for work purposes. Next, let's have a look at Bring Your Own Device. BYOD stands for Bring Your Own Device. Employees are allowed to use their personal mobile devices to access work. BYOD promises many benefits such as greater innovation, better work-life balance, and improved productivity. There will be increased activity such as the employees will always have access to their own devices. Businesses offering BYOD option as viewed in the modern employees. So now let's have a look at BYOD risks. BYOD could be risky for businesses. To begin with, it's become very difficult for IT to manage the multiple devices with different operation systems and other issues. As the devices may not have the necessary level of security, the employees' data could be vulnerable to threats such as viruses attacks, theft, and hacking. Legal complications are raised if a company data is lost or stolen, as the device might have private data related to other organizations as well. Another legal concern arises in case of loss of device, as the device contains the employee personal data as well. Remotely wiping the device might not be an option. Furthermore, in certain countries, it is illegal for the company to wipe out data from personal devices. The money saved by the company with regard to lack of investment on computers would end up being spent on IT and So next, what does COPE means? Well, COPE stands for Corporate Owned Personally Enabled, and it is a secure alternative to BYOD. In case of COPE, company supplies and own the devices, and employees are given personal usage space on devices. Companies save money on bulk purchases of the device and plans. As company on the device, they have the freedom to wipe it in case of loss. They would also be able to ensure that the device have enough security measurement to protect against any external threat. So now, which one is better, CYOB or COPE? So let's compare BYOD and COPE and analyze which one would be better option for corporates. To begin with, BYOD, as we have discussed earlier, poses a lot of security risk. However, in case with COPE, as the devices are owned and managed by the company, they would ensure that it is not vulnerable to external threats. In case of data management, the company will have control over the company data with COPE, but with BYOD, company would not have any control. So BYOD is an IT nightmare, as they would have to manage multiple devices and other issues. Whereas in case of COPE, IT would have control over the devices and can check it on security and other threats to ensure that the device is up to date. So it is clear that COPE is the smarter and better alternative for organizations. It is safer in terms of security and loss of a headache for IT as well. The employees are also satisfied they have their own personal space on the device. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation.